All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and salutation to y'all around the world that's teaching truth in your lives online for it, and shout out to you serious Aqua that's looking and learning from our videos. My name is Maya Kaala Bangada with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and speckled birds that scatter about. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers paternal bloodline go back to the 12 patriarchs of Israel. And again, black is not a nationality, it's a color. All right. And we are the Israelites, okay? We are not affiliating any extreme groups. We are not affiliating any black identity extreme groups. We are not affiliating with any Islamic groups. We are not affiliating any other Israelite groups. All right, so copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allows made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permit by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing non-profit educational person use tips balance in the favor of use. All right, so the purpose of this video is criticism, okay? All right, and reporting. All right, scholarship and research. Okay. All right, and also educational reasons. All right. So right here we gonna go right here. We gonna go what they said. Nick Canyon. This is from The View. All right. Go what she gonna say. Joy Burr. Yes, her name. All right. All right. So basically, Nick Canyon stated that the true Hebrews are the so-called black people in America. So everybody making a hoo-ha about it. He didn't say anything wrong. All right. And that was the problem. All right. And they should have, just like Eltar said, they should have just left it alone and ignored it. All right. But, Esau exposed himself by responding to it, man. All right. Look at this scripture right quick. All right. Galatians 4:16. All right. All right. It says Galatians chapter 4:16. It said, "I am therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth." Right. And Nick Cannon became the enemy when he told the truth about the origins of the so-called Negroes in America. Being so-called Negroes are the tribe of Judah, man. What people ignorantly call African Americans, man. All right, because how you be, how can you be anti-Semitic when you come from a Semitic background yourself? And they own scholars, these they own Jewish scholars, had basically brought it out themselves, man. All right, I'm gonna play what she say.
The Nazis killed 6 million Jews for no reason other than that they were
Those in truth, we already know the reality behind that. All right, that'll keep going.
Jewish, as I said before. In this country, we have a tremendous history of racism, the original sin of slavery, and Jews have always been the go-to scapegoats in the world over the centuries. It's enough already. And African Americans and Jews need to band together and fight white supremacy. Look who the enemy is, Nick. Look who the enemy is. It is not your Jewish brother, okay? Get smart, get some education, read up on it.
Get smart, get some education. Basically, you need to re-brainwash again. And be dumbed down, be docile. Don't claim your nationality, Yasha Allah. What people say is Israel, but it's Yasha, he Prince of Power, all right? That's how you originally say the word, the name Israel, all right? That's how you say in the original tongue, all right? So, don't call yourself an Israelite. Be a good boy. Call yourself black, African American. All right. Be a N-word. All right. Scratch when your head don't itch. Dance when you don't hear no music. All right. And that's the way that's the way they want us, man. That's the way they want us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are just like the Bible speaks of, man. And she's talking about get an education. Man, please. All right, this education is nothing but uh it's nothing but a mind control program, man, to keep you docile. And that's what they had Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Jesse Jackson, the one who coined the term African American, and Jake went along with it ignorant, man. All right, now get this out of the way. All right, let me get this let me type this. Let me see, tablet black. I'm just using what they see, black Jews, okay, like to do that. Cause they took up stole our heritage and took it and make it seem they the original Jews, what they're not. All right, that's just a historical fact. All right, let me see. Now this time they own sources, Billy. So let me see. All right. Look up their own stuff. Let's see. Oh, there you go, right here. Let's see. This is the same thing I did again. I don't know. Okay, here we go, right here. All right. Here we go, right here. Billy Simmons. I spell Simmons. The first mention of a dark-skinned Jew in the United States was a mulatto Jew, all right, from the Malta Island, all right, in 1668, named Solomon, the first Jew to live in New England, and perhaps of an offspring of an African slave mother and a white Jewish father. All right, so that's what they do, man, to distract the fact that this man right here was an original Jew. All right, you like to do that same thing they like to do with the founder of this city, Chicago, DuSable. Like to say DuSable daddy was a so-called white man, so to take away the credit of a full-blooded Israelite from the tribe of Levi from Haiti. All right. So they're doing this way to discredit the fact that this man right here was the original Jew. All right. So not all people came here on slave ships. Some of people came here on freely. Other people that came on slave ships. Majority of people came here on slave ships, man. All right. Talking about brothers from tribe of Judah, so-called Negroes. All right, so this is about Billy Simmons. This right here, it said, however, the more well-known first recorded Jew of African descent, all right, meaning dark skin, all right, in the United States was Billy Simmons in 1850s, a scholar in both Hebrew and Arabic, born in Madagascar. All right, that's like the southeast about South Africa. There's a little island off from there. All right, born in Madagascar, and our people still there. All right, the Levites down there. All right, born in Madagascar in 1780, and reportedly from a Jewish African tribe. All right, you can't be a Jew and an African at the same time, man. All right. So he was an Israelite. All right, original Israelite, dark-skinned Israelite. All right. A claim supported by two Canton authorities. He was purchased into slavery by white Jewish slave owners. He was purchased into slavery by white Jewish slave owners. What are you talking about, Joy? You need to be educated. It said brought to South Carolina, where he proceeded to become the first admitted black member to a white show in Charleston. The Constitution of the same Shaw, Kahal, Kadash, Beth Elohim, infamously stated that it accepted any man provided he or she they are not people of color. All right, so there you go right there, man, from the tablet. All right. I think get something from another source from them, man. This is your sources. All right, so you can't cry talking about this is anti-Semitic, come from your own people. All right. Like I said, the anti-Semitic had it was cute for a while, had a nice little run. All right, well, it's over with, man. All right. And just put this in here to make it pop up. Yeah, that's what I meant. All right, let's go right here. Let's see, Nigeria. Yep. Then some of the slaves come from Nigeria. There is like slaves come from Nigeria. All right. This is from your own people, the Jewish Virtual Library.org. It says, according to oral tradition, the Igbo have resided in Igbo land, a region, modern day Nigeria, for over 1,500 years. Before that, the tradition asserts they were migrants from ancient Israel. There exists a number of theories that explain from whom the Igbo are descended and how they came to reside in Nigeria. One theory contends the Igbo are descendants of one of the lost tribes. Paul Obi Anet, his history professor, who himself Igbo, said Igbo Jews and ancient Israelites share a cultural trace within them, but that's their little established historical evidence of any connection to ancient Israelites. Within the Igbo, there exist three ethnic subidentities. They are B'nai Gad, B'nai Zebulon, B'nai Manasseh. You got Gad, Zebulon, and Manasseh. All right. So I'm gonna skip down here. All right, y'all can read the rest of yourselves later on. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here and watch this. It said persecution and trade have been the major influence factors in how the Jews migrated through Africa. During the period of Islamic persecution and for purpose of trade, Jews moved from the communities in Egypt, Ethiopia, Tunisia, Morocco to more remote regions of North Africa and West Africa. Trade routes to West Africa may have been established as early as the period in which David ruled Israel, and the term Tarshish found in Tanakh. All right, Tarshish is Spain. All right, I'm going off on that. May refer to the Ivory Coast of West Africa. Right? Well, you already know who Tarshish, but this is the point right here. The decline of Jewish communities of West Africa can be traced to the arrival of Muslim invaders in 14th and 15th centuries. North and West African Jews banded with other local communities of Berbers, Christians, and Greeks to ward off invaders, but eventually succumbed. Many were forced to convert to Islam, sold into slavery. I'm going to read it again. Sold into slavery or simply massacred. In the face of this persecution, written traditions such as the Torah were lost. Right? The Igbo B'nai Israel, though having no written evidence of Jewish heritage, maintain a strong oral traditions and practices many Jewish customs in secret. Records of the medieval Jewish community found in Timbuktu, Mali, Islamic library indicate the presence of Jewish family in the region before the arrival of Islam in the 1300s CE. It says in modern day Nigeria, the Igbo B'nai Israel practice a number of customs born of Jewish tradition. Males are circumcised on the 8th day of life. Women are separated during their menstrual cycle. The crossbreeding of plants and animals is forbidden, as the consumption of non-kosher animals. Even Yom Kippur, Sukkot are celebrated. There has been a resurgence of Jewish language among the Igbo B'nai Israel. All right, so there you go, right there, man. The truth is right here, right there in your face. But you want to talk about somebody get an education, man? Please, let's go right here, man. You need to be educated. Let's see, Malta. See what pops up. Let's see. All right, so this truth is coming out, man. All right, let me see. See, they was taking a slave. You can read that yourself. All right, I'm getting with let me see. I think it was trying to get with an Englishman. I'm trying to get which one it was. This Slock. I'm just gonna take for just a minute. I'm trying to find. I have been on this for a while. Stuff. Where is he at? I'm trying to find it. Okay, go right here. It says, okay, here you go right here. It said, after arriving in Malta, the captives were only at the beginning of their troubles. A very graphic account of conditions given by the English traveler Philip Skipton, who visited the spot in 1663. It said, the slave prison is a fair square building clustered around where most of the slaves in Malta were obliged to lodge every night, and to be there about Ave Mary time. They have here several sorts of trades as barbers and tailors. There are about 2,000 that belong to the order, most which were not abroad in galleys, and there are about 300 who are servants to private persons. This place being an island difficult to escape out of, they wear only an iron ring and footlock. All right, those that are servants lodge in their master houses, with galleys are at home, but now lad knights in prison. Jews, Moors, and Turks were made slaves here. All these three groups of Israelites, man. Turks a number of Moors, Moors a number of Israelites that practice the Islam doctrine. That's all it is. All right. A stout fellow may be brought if he is an inferior person, or 120 wants to study in Malta. It's a lot my voice going on. It said the Jews are distinguished from the rest by a little piece of yellow cloth on their hats and caps. We saw a rich Jew who was taken about a year before, who was sold in the market that morning. We visit the prison of 400 Scudi, supposing himself free by reason of a passport he had from Venice. He struck the merchant that bought him, whereupon he was present, sent hither. His beard and his head was shaven off, and a great chain clapped on his legs, and bestowed with 50 blows. All right. Okay, and see, that's what happened. They our people's enslaved from Malta, man. All right, these are facts, man. And what do you think they send them to here in America? All right, let me get this scripture right here. It says Deuteronomy 28:45 and 46. It said, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commands, statutes which he commanded thee. It said, 46, they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for one upon thy seed forever. All right. It says, let me get it. It says Deuteronomy 20, let's see. Yep, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It said, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies which your house has sinned against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he destroy thee, man. All right, then you go right here. It says what? Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It said, Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again by ships by the way I spake unto thee. Right, because the first captivity was actually in physical Egypt. It said, there you should see it no more again, and there you should be sold unto your enemy. Most High gave us up unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. We'll be on the slave markets, on the slave auction blocks, and no man shall buy me. Nobody shall save us. All right. So we have to serve this criticism, but this right here prove who are the original Israelites are, man. All right, the so-called Negroes in America are the Israelites. They are Shemitic descent. There's no way they could be anti-Semitic, man. All right, that's oxymoron, calling a so-called Negro in America anti-Semitic. All right, it don't make no sense. All right, and it's getting old, man. It is old. It's extinct. All right. Get this right here. All right. Let's get right here. Oron. Let's see. Anyway, it was taken on because they sold them to slavery too. All right. I'm trying to find it. Let me type in slave. Hold on, slave. All right, so. All right, here you go right here. It says, this is in Algeria. It said, just after the event, the Spanish occupation around 1509 to 1708 and Bougie 1509 to 55 resulted in property being pillaged and the Jews themselves sold as slaves. Where do you think they went to, man? The Americas. Just after these events, the Spanish occupation around the 1509 to 1708 and Bougie 1509 to 1555 resulted in Jewish property being pillaged and the Jews themselves sold as slaves. All right. These are historical facts brought by your own people. This is from the JewishVirtualLibrary.org. All right. See, your tongue don't fell upon yourself. And you should have left the Nick Canyon situation alone. You could have left, just let it die down quietly, but you couldn't. All right? Because basically the Most High on the deeper level made you do it. Psalm 64:8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all they see them shall flee away. All right? So I'm going to end it right here, man. All right? There's no way that the so-called Negro or so-called African-American be anti-Semitic when they from the Semitic stock themselves, which is correctly Shemitic. So, Shalom.